Hey, welcome to this episode. So this episode is a compilation of shows over sort of an extended period of time. The first being Chicago at BB&T Pavilion in Camden. This was August of 2018. Then we have Robert Plant and the Sensational Space Shifters with Nathaniel Rateliff, Rateliff, and the Night Sweats. And clearly I was there for Robert Plant. I can't pronounce Nathaniel's name. That was in September of this past year, 2019. And then we have Black Label Society in October of 2019. So these are just kind of my loose ends I'm pulling together. But Chicago was really fun. I had never seen them. I really enjoy summer shows outside with, amphitheater kind of situation, lounge on the lawn. I like that. And yeah, I went with a family member. It was fun. One of the answers, I don't show the person's face or body or anything. It was at his request. But he was really stoked to be in the project, which was exciting. And Robert Plant and the Sensational Space Shifters, I saw in, I want to say, 2014, the fall of 2014, when I was out at school in LA, and I cried at that show. That's probably still my favorite show that I've ever been to. Led Zeppelin's my favorite band, and I knew this was sort of the closest I'd get to experiencing them live, even through seeing tributes and whatnot, but to see Robert Plant perform music in person was cool. And of course they covered a couple Zeppelin tunes in the end, and everyone was just there feeling it. That was a big part of why I was crying, because I made friends with the people around me. I had these plans originally in preparing for the show. I did part of it, so I made a shirt that I painted the words "thank you" on it. Just thank you to him, to them, to the words they've shared, the noises they've shared. And I wanted to get there super early and also put flowers in my hair, and I had a full head of dreadlocks at the time, so it would have been like a really craziness, but I just wasn't feeling it that day, so I just kind of hung out in the back, and yeah, it was a lot of fun, and yeah, so I wanted to see him again. He came to Philly, and it was nice to see him. It was I was much further away at the Mann before. It was, I can't remember what theater it was, but I mean, it was inside in a theater, so much more intimate setting, and you were closer to the stage. So that was a different experience, and also I feel like it was a better performance back in 2014. But it was still nice to be in those vibes. Nathaniel Rateliff, that was a good high energy performance, so that was fun. The Mann's also like really nicely renovated, so that was cool. And then the last show for this episode, Black Label Society. I love Zakk Wylde and his energy, and I err on the side of like metal shows, or more, going to more metal than like rock, folk, whatever. I have seen Black Label Society once before, and that was fun, and I love like mosh pit situations, so it to just like stand there and receive that energy and just watch. I have a really good time with that. So that was fun. I like the crowd it brings. Yeah, and that's this episode. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. Welcome back. This is a new format I'm gonna do, just kind of like chat with, the ideas of why I went to these shows, or just, I don't know, sharing my thoughts more. Since this is a project on connection, I thought I might myself be a little bit more involved, because if I'm showing and explaining my connection to this stuff, it might make it easier for others to understand and connect. And yeah. So enjoy. If you are digging this, please subscribe to the channel. I'm just collecting more and more answers and sharing with you. And have a lovely day. Enjoy. You're about to watch an episode of Why Rock and Roll. In other words, an assemblage of answers that I have collected at the listed place or show within the episode. Enjoy. Alright, Pat, why rock and roll?
Why not? Well, first off, why not? Second of all, rock and roll is everything. It's amazing. I mean, rock and roll is, you can go anywhere with rock and roll. So you can go from Billy Idol to Chicago to REO Speedwagon. James Taylor, at some point, he was rock and roll. So how do you define it? I mean, it's across the board. It's a huge spectrum. It's like a rainbow. There's many colors and you can't really define it. But you love it when you see it. That's why I love rock and roll.
And the question was, why rock and roll? Why not? Why rock and roll? Because if I don't, I'll fucking die.
Why rock and roll? Because it's fucking absolutely great. Nothing better. Yeah!
Remember, rock and roll will save the world.